Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here at the Alert Center. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Just want to say today we are discussing a hot button topic for the month of September. It is National Preparedness Month. And so the Better Business Bureau is here joining us today to talk a little bit more about how we can be prepared, the key being ahead of time, right? So if there's an emergency, say like a natural disaster, or God forbid you fall for a scam, yes, it does happen. And we know that clearly from our previous discussions we've had with our Josh Planos and our Tristan Gomes. So we do know that that is a thing, unfortunately, that many of us are susceptible to still. So this month is all about being prepared, and that is our topic of the day today. So joining us now, a new face for us from the Better Business Bureau. So we would like to welcome Denise Groney from the Better Business Bureau joining us today to talk to us a little bit about what we can all do to be prepared. So Denise, thank you so much for your time today here at the Alert Center.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jacqueline. So as you mentioned, September is National Preparedness Month, and Better Business Bureau wants you to have the resources you need to prepare for a natural disaster in your area. So now's the perfect time to start making a plan. So be prepared by thinking ahead. This could include things such as making repairs to your home. Maybe you have a small roof leak as it stands right now, or perhaps you don't have a sump pump and you have issues with water coming into your basement. These are things you want to go ahead and be proactive, fix now. So in the hopefully unlikely event a natural disaster does happen, it's one less thing you have to worry about during that stressful time.
Yes, okay, that is really great. And then tell us, I mean, there are three items that we did have on a list here. So I'm just going to list those off real quick. So in order, that's make a plan and of course stick to it. There's build a kit and prepare for disasters. And those are the first three steps, I guess, when it comes to, being prepared for what's happening out there. So now I do want to kind of just ask you though, Denise, so this all starts with thinking ahead. So can you speak to that specifically for us?
Yeah, so as mentioned, think about your house as it currently stands. If there's issues that maybe you've been putting off, such as repairs, go ahead and take the time to create a plan and get those items taken care of before a natural disaster hits. And this could be something as simple as, do I have a sump pump? So that way, maybe we get, torrential rains and now your basement has water. Having that sump pump handy and already purchased will help protect not only your home, but also having that available so that way you can immediately act on getting that water cleaned up without having to wait for a contractor or perhaps running to the store to go buy a sump pump.
Yes, good advice there. Something I didn't even think of. This is why we think ahead and prepare. So, Denise, thank you so much for your time today. Was there anything else you wanted to add, or does that pretty much cover it?
That covers a lot. If you do need additional, like a checklist, you can head over to bbb.org, where we have a variety of resources to help you create that plan and build those emergency kits to better assist you in the hopefully unlikely event natural disaster does strike.
Yeah, that's wonderful. We're taking a look at that website right now, and always a great resource to have, bbb.org. You guys literally go through everything, and as you mentioned, the checklist, you can go from the top to the bottom to make sure you have a kit, perhaps like this one in the photograph here, all ready to go in the event that something does happen. All right, Denise, well, thank you so much for your time today at the Alert Center, and hopefully we'll be seeing you again soon.
Thank you.
Have a good day. All right, so we just heard from Denise Groney with the Better Business Bureau, a new face from the BBB joining us today. So make sure you have that kit. She had that tip for the sub pump. Great advice there for those of us who own our home and perhaps, things do happen. Those emergency storms that we've seen throughout the area. Elkhorn comes to mind, unfortunately, and those tornadoes, all that tornadic activity that our region does get. So sub pump, always a good one there. Now, meantime, I do want to kind of switch gears now and talk a little bit about the weather here briefly. So let's take a live look outside from our Southwest First National camera at this point. Here's a look at the Woodman Life building, and yeah, just a pretty view of the greater Omaha area for you. Meanwhile, Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord says this is what we have in store for us today, okay? So decreasing clouds as we get more into the day with a high of 85 degrees. This is when we're seeing those numbers go up and up and up, as we mentioned with meteorologist Jade Steffens yesterday. And then tonight, though, this is kind of music to my ears. Rusty anticipates mostly clear conditions out there with a low of 64 degrees. And then some action happening out here at our Children's Nebraska camp. I do kind of like this shot, just showing the traffic out there, the cars moving around. And yeah, so this is a live look at that for you. Thursday, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Again, those temperatures going up, a high of 89 degrees. And then you guessed it, as we look into Friday, let's head here to 90th and Dodge, a live look. Why not? Yeah, still traffic out there. Mostly sunny and breezy. Again, it's going to be hot, a high of 92 degrees. Now, for more information, you can always head to our website. That is firstalert6.com. Let me head over there so I can give you a better idea of where to go. So this is where we have all our latest breaking news for you. You can head here for our top headlines as well. If you just scroll down there, a big shout out and thank you to our digital team. Woo woo. And here you go, First Alert 6 weather. We can click on this tab right here and you can kind of scroll down by the hour. I feel like right now this is what everyone's talking about, right? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 92, 94, 89. So those temperatures did change a little bit compared to my printout from earlier this morning. So this is actually looking a little bit better on our website for Sunday at least. So the high on the paper was 92 and now the updated condition for Sunday is looking at 89. So a few degrees here and there. I don't know about you, but I will definitely take it. So in the meantime, thank you so much for joining us here at the Alert Center, and please do stay tuned for our broadcast at 3 o'clock with our Dave Zavolinsky. We'll see you then.